Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to pre-market analysis for Wednesday, or Wild Wednesday, if you will, March the 10th, 2021. All right, we are midweek rather, and typically this is where the line is drawn into the sand in terms of maybe the overall direction of the markets. We're going to take a look at the 30,000 feet view on the US uh, equities through the ETF, the main influencing ETF, mainly that is SPY, QQQ, and IWM, as I struggle to find a little bit of room on here to start the show. All right, so let's see, who do we have in? We have Mr. Andrew, Mr. Nick. All right, so we are ready to go. All right, folks, let me know if you want to take a look at a stock. I really like to leave some time, typically to enter trades on the aka our GangstA trade. So that's where I'm gonna be stopping this at 9:20 without having to rush. Okay, so let's get into it, shall we? Let's get into it, and for that, let me bring a chart of SPY, QQQ, IWM here on TradingView. This is the platform that we use for our stock charting. I mean, you can use any other one, but for us, we are very fond of this one. There are reviews on this YouTube channel to let you know some of the features and why we like it. Okay, so yesterday we were starting the day with SPY gapping, and we made a mention that hey, here though the takeaway here was that hey, this daily candle, we're putting in higher highs and higher lows, which is a bullish by nature, right? So here's SPY on here. If anything, before you know it, through a blink of an eye, we may be at all-time high, maybe by the end of today or by the end of week, as if nothing happened, right? So look at the size of the candles, and I mean, definitely this is a scalping paradise or day trader paradise, right? Because either you're bullish or bearish, each one of these candles has provided an opportunity for you to make a play. So yesterday, for instance, a low of, I'm not sure, is this true yesterday, 381? I'm not so sure about this one though. I'm not so sure about that one, because if it was 381 yesterday, then all the way to 390. Yes. Okay. Let me check on here. Sometimes trading view just does. Yeah. I don't see any 381 yet. This was is frozen. My computer just froze. Okay, for a minute there. Okay. Well, we has been a while since we had glitches, so everything was just frozen. My mouse could not move, and the software definitely wasn't it wasn't doing much. No, there was no 381 yesterday, but actually, the low yesterday was pretty much at the open at 385, 32. After that, just a grind and then mostly sideways, really. SPY was stuck yesterday sideways, literally from 9:15, that will be 12:15 Eastern time, all the way to the close, where it gave back a couple of points. 389 here, 389.02, and 386. Yeah, it gave back a couple of points. So, and we are starting right in the mix of it on here with a small gap. Well, not a small gap, a decent gap, 0.35, 36 thereabouts. It's so just over a point or so on here. So, but the big picture is really what we need to keep an eye on. So this lower shadow here doesn't exist. Yeah, the wick here doesn't exist yesterday. I don't know. That may have been a flash type of thing, but that's wish that the comments we made is still intact, right? Higher lows. So meaning the low yesterday, the low on Tuesday was 381. The low yesterday was that 385, and the highs kept posting higher highs. By that amount, I mean, we can just look at the series here. If SPY is to put a higher high in today from the current price of 388.65 in pre-market, guess what? The 392 is definitely gain. So we will be looking into trading SPY on today. Why? Because we love to trade SPY on expiration. Why? Because SPY gave fantastic gain on expiration day. So let's see if a trend establishes itself. Yesterday there was no, well, very early there was a small uptrend, and then after that it was just sideways. So I did not trade SPY yesterday. It's Tuesday, yeah. Why bother? I saved the money for today, for bigger return. That's just how I roll. Maybe you roll like that here, and in which case, you can sign up for a subscription offer for 2021, and we will gladly teach you how we consistently do that on SPY. All right, QQQ is still not out of the wood. QQQ is still not out of the wood because it barely managed to capture the exponential moving average 8 period. That's the yellow line yesterday. Yeah. So for it still has some work to do. But it was up yesterday at some point all the way 4%. That's huge. That's huge. And obviously, thanks to a great gap. So you see the gap here. We closed on Tuesday at 299.94. So let's say 300. And we open at 307. That's a huge gap. Or to go all the way. The high saying here was 313.73. I thought it was at 314 yesterday. Maybe it's just me, or briefly. Okay, so it's gapping slightly this morning. A couple of points, 0.6 actually of all three main ETFs. No, it's not quite, because recently this guy has been just a few moments ago since the economic data came. So here's IWM, similar type of pattern, right? Not on 4 consecutive days, but on the last 3 days, higher lows and higher highs. And it's fully, this one is actually the one that has recovered the most, IWM, the small cap index. Because guess what, folks? Yeah, a couple of hard days, definitely last week, Thursday and Friday, but which stock didn't suffer that last Thursday and Friday, right? And now all of a sudden printing 225.18 on here. This one was really stuck yesterday in range, big time as well. You can see that on the 15-minute chart here. Carbon copy of SPY, literally. Gap up and then just sideways. Actually, the sideways on this one started at 11. So there was no making money on there other than data burning. Well, the market makers were making money. So they're gapping it up this morning on here. Let's see. So this is one those stuff. This is how the US equity trades. Whereas sometimes, I mean, within the flash of a couple of days, you go from bearish to bullish, just no question asked. So yeah, will be interesting here to see how the week, we still have today, Thursday and Friday, how the week transpire on here on this ETF. So the one that has the most room to completely recover from bearish to bullish is QQQ. The one which is advanced the most is IWM. All right. As we pause for a brief minute here, exactly at 9 a.m. Eastern Time in New York and in Toronto, 6 a.m. Pacific Time in Southern California, where I'm coming to you live for this stock market technical analysis daily. An opportunity to say hello to new traders who join in the live chat. Hello, Miss Marcy. Good morning, Miss Festus. How are you? While I say that, experiencing some technical glitches in terms of the software, the broadcast software, saying that YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Oh boy, has been a long time, right? Has been a while since we have had one of those. So let me know what's the quality of the video, because as of now, this thing, let's see, does my image match? I'm seeing that's warning. So maybe some buffering. You guys may be experiencing some buffering. So let's hope it's not too bad. While we do that, let's go to Finviz and take a look at some of the early movers this morning. All right, so on the bearish side, this is the criteria, the filtering that we use here. Optionable stock over $20 and average volume, daily average volume of at least 1 million shares. That is yielding this morning on the, let's go maybe the bullish side. That's what you guys like, right? That's what everybody likes. So this stock here, this is the second time. No, this is not the second time. I've been seeing this for a week now. I didn't know anything about it. In the technology sector, computer hardware industry, Canaan Inc. This is his chart. Yeah. So I guess it's a case of a missed opportunity, because you can see the breakout above 25, which occurred not yesterday but 2 days ago. That's if you catch this type of trade, you will catch this type of trade. Obviously, if you came to see this chart, let's say last week, and you realize, okay, that 25 line has been the resistance, right? Then you set an alert to say, okay, whenever it breaks above 25, you're going to be bullish, in which case you will have been alerted on Monday, and then you would have been trading this at a sweet price now of actually, let's say this is Tuesday. Tuesday is that breakout, because the candle that you are seeing right now, 33, that candle is for today, because these guys, they show pre-market. So yeah, so the breakout happened yesterday above 25. So Kenyan, it only has only what I usually say only has. Yeah, it's only has Kenyan industry only trades monthly options, but that's not bad for a stock that's moving like this. The difference between monthly option and weekly option, the gains, well, it depends. If you are on the last week of that expiration, like next week, they become weekly option. But here you have a week and a half left. The gains are not going to be that substantial, but you have intrinsic value, meaning there's still time left. So it's not bad at all. And this is a high mover, as you can see, right? On days that has been bullish on here, it can move $5 per day. Yesterday, it moved more than that. So that's and this morning is starting on here up 15% with a lot of volume out there. So that's a stock worth keeping an eye on. A stock more than worth keeping an eye on, which we have talked about here. Riot blockchain, it's gapping up again. GME, it's at it, folks. GME, $271. Not too shabby. Hello, what's going on? For me, every time that I see this thing, I'm just laughing, because this is the very embodiment of the struggle between the have and the have not. So not that it's very interesting, which has transpired this year in the stock market with the group behind those short squeeze. It's very interesting how this is going out. Why would you like it? GME goes back to 500, and then what happens? Will it come back to 40 something? This is amazing. This is really the time that we live in, at least from an entertainment point of view, is not is well, at least that's how I say. I've traded GME, but no, I don't take any stand to say, oh, I just scalp it for based on technical. So if the opportunity presents itself, it's difficult for me to trade it, because again, the stock's trading at $200. You need to buy 600 calls, and you're putting so much risk. Yeah, that's not how I like to trade. That's not how my personal way I like to trade. So there are other opportunities, and I definitely I'm comfortable with the fact that I didn't make money on GME through this whole thing. All right, it's stock that we all made money here. Some of you made money on Friday. Virgin Galactic Holdings. Look at this chart. Perfect chart to get involved here, right? So has it put in a bottom? Okay, so about that, I'm not sure what's. Let me actually check the. Hearing you loud and clear. Okay, Mr. Nick is saying he's hearing me loud and clear. Okay, okay, thanks. Because of this thing here on my end is it's having a very erratic behavior this morning. All right, let's quickly finish here on this section on here. So SPCE is a stock that we were looking at when we were rudely interrupted by this recalcitrant computer on this Wild Wednesday. So SPCE, look at the chart here. You look at to the left, notice the gap was about 30, right? That gap, let's say mid-January. So recently, we know on Friday this thing dipped all the way to 25, but that dip was bought like there's no tomorrow, and now it's starting 2 consecutive days of green candles. Is it going on the run, or is that a dead cat bounce? In any case, you and I getting involved through it, and that's a perfect GangstA trade, if you ask me. So either the momentum, the upward momentum can resume, and trust me, it has enough room to to go upwards, right? Or it faces resistance and it gets rejected. Let's see here on let me use this one. Let me see here and give you some level, some level on here, because this is one that, hey, we could be looking at a week from now to say, oh my God, because this was a $56 stock, folks, less than February 11, yeah, less than a month ago. So over the last 20 days, it has gone from $56 to $25, and now is it going to start the resistance? The first natural resistance is this yellow line that you're looking at right now at 32.48. That's the EMA 8. And guess what? In pre-market, it's printing 32.53. So fantastic. That's what's going to happen. At open on here, there will be some uncertainty regarding that resistance. So meaning this stock is about to dip a little bit. That's where you and I, we will stand to scoop some cheap calls. Or if you shoot up above that resistance at first, we will scoop some cheap puts. That's the whole principle on here. And we just hang on tight. We have today, we have tomorrow, we have until Friday to see what transpires. I'm excited. So SPCE, fantastic gap. If you already have the trade from yesterday, let's say you took this at the end of the day, great as well, because you're starting this morning with some money into your account. All right, so let's see what else do we have on here. Those are some of the stock that are moving. DraftKings is a stock that I've been talking about a lot. I keep talking about DraftKings a lot. Yesterday didn't do anything. Yeah. This morning is gap 5%. So let's quickly take a look at the chart of DraftKings. Most stock, they went through this dip recently, but I mean, this dip was bought fast. Look at it. Low of 56 on Friday, and we are trading $10, almost $10 higher at 64. The upper Bollinger has been a problem for this guy because it couldn't sustain this huge gap to 72 the other day. But let's see this time around what's going to be happening. It's at the brink of a breakout, right? So above 70, definitely major breakout, but we are $6 away. We are still 10% from that 70 number. So let's see here if this can stage a run over the next couple of days, or the next 3 days. Yeah. In the US, we say a couple of days, even if it's 3 days. Yes, what we say. Subbu Vishvanathan. Yes, bottom. I'm not sure who said that. There is no telling, sir, that a stock has a bottom. I mean, we can see afterward that it has bottom, but just posting one day is not after posting a low is not a recovery, and I'm not sure which stock we are talking about. All right, so other stock that I want to quickly lift here that's caught my attention. Let's see. So we talked about route already. SPC, we talked about it. NEO. Did we talk about NEO? No, we did not. Okay, so this is our opportunity to talk about NEO. We said last week we have been trading NEO since last Tuesday. Yeah, the one thing was we spent the day together on Friday. I kept saying that the trade on NEO is not done. Right? For me, I had a bearish stand on here, but my friend yesterday showed us, right. The hedge that I had on those 28 puts that we told you about on Friday was the 39 calls. Guess what? They went $2 in the money. That's just how it happened. When the stock is moving, it can't really move. So notice one thing here on NEO this morning. Not unlike the other. It's gapping above the exponential moving average 8. This is interesting, meaning this thing is in the middle of no man's land, literally. So here, potential target price, if the direction continue bullishly. Again, we don't know that. Don't let me hear. Technical analysis is not somebody telling you that, oh, the stock's going to go from this price to this price. No, it's the possibilities, right? So really, because nobody had, for all we know, today being Wild Wednesday, by the time we open, we have seen funny things happen in this market. So for me, I'm looking at this chart on here to see, okay, what are my potential price target? I see that the stock is gapping. Yesterday, it faced resistance at 42, the EMA 8, and it was kindly rejected a little bit, right? because it stayed over the last couple of hours yesterday. I was trading this. The stock wasn't really moving really that much. So now the bulls are pushing this almost $2 up, 43.51. That's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. So will that have enough momentum? The next line of resistance is going to be 46, because you can see here a lot of touches at 46, but really the exponential moving average 20, the green line here on our chart, 47.31 thereabouts. So 46.47 is the potential target price for today for NEO should the momentum carry bullishly. If it decides to reverse, guess what? It's going to find itself below this yellow line as well. So again, we know how to profit from this type of setup. So yeah, NEO is definitely a stock worth mentioning today. So for us, we have been trading that for a while. A stock that, I don't know, for me it has just been a huge disappointment recently. It's B1, because I don't know, B1 stock is like, there's so many other stock. Yeah, you see, this is what it has been doing here. So I wouldn't really recommend this to you per se, but just keep an eye on it in case it decide all of the sudden, because it's capable of just, but lately, if anything from here, you see the trend line? The trend line, yellow line, has been resistance. Yeah. So this could be one of those dead cat bounce, and then for this thing to find its way further, much lower. The lower Bollinger is at 125. So, yeah, because this thing, I mean, I'm looking at this trend here. Look at the trend since this huge gap that happened back on the 26th of January. Our good friend, I think Mr. Jimmy, that was a big score for Mr. Jimmy on an overnight trade, right? Since then, so this was, I think, was it the news about Coca-Cola or something? I mean, look at this. This is just so, yeah. B1, watch and see, but really mostly for me, maybe the other direction. Now, if it's able to confirm here one good day of really bullish action, then the target price here 148, let's say 150 thereabout. But this thing has just, the size of the candle is just too tiny for me to really be. I can just. Zorbon, AMG. I'm looking to buy calls in AMG. What are the chart analysis indicating? I'm so glad that you are bringing that question, sir. Thank you. That's going to be our last chart to take a look at here this morning. AMG stock. Yep, AMG, another one that has been slow as bearish. It has been, yeah, it has been struggling for a while, for a bit. Let's look at it here. This is the daily chart. Is this the daily? Yes, this is the daily chart of AMG. Yeah. So AMG, really, if from a technical perspective, is still bearish. Why? Because we're trading yesterday, even yesterday with the green candle, the gap, we're still trading below the exponential moving average 8. That's the yellow line. Now, a piece of information that we can share here. Somebody or an institution, we saw a print yesterday about 77.92 inside of Floalgo, 500,000 shares. Okay, so if the price is above that price, let's say 78, it is bullish. Yesterday, actually, we made tiny money on AMG, but it wasn't, we were trading what? The 79 calls. Our subscriber, they know that because at the end of Monday, we took a couple of momentum trades from Monday going into Tuesday. We said we were going to take swing trade on there. But it didn't really pan out overall. So now, is this a continuation here? It's gapping. That's good. Yeah. Resistance is here at 79.91. AMG is one of those crazy stocks. So yes, you can become bullish when we establish movement across the yellow line here, the 80, the 80, and then the target. Oh, my friend, the target. Look at all the room that it has. So target, next natural resistance 84. The green line exponential. Yeah, I'm running it up. It's 83.77, but I'm running it up 84, and then the white line 86 thereabout. Above those value, hey, this can be a recovery. So should somebody, whomever is decided to do that, but I wouldn't just do a straight entry on here. Yeah, for me, I will definitely consider being bullish on here, but with a hedge that's with some puts, because besides, Wednesday are wild, meaning that the price action on Wednesday goes into both directions. So you will need to maybe use some patience here to time this trade. This gap on here on AMG, we have seen it. It can post in a huge big candle to start the day, and then reverse very, very, very quickly. Just be careful with that. But definitely, this could be the momentum of a bullish move here. A lot of stock have this pattern, right? Meaning that they were bearish recently, and then over the last couple of days, mainly yesterday, they put in a green candle, and they are gapping further today. Neo chart look exactly like this one, yeah? So here's another one on here in that action. Baidu, I started with Baidu on here because Baidu was a stock that we have been trading lately on here. Here's another chart, exactly carbon copy of that. And on here, I was looking, the colors that you see behind, they were the color that you see, they represent none other than how do the Fibonacci level. Jesus Christ. So the Fibonacci levels on here. So this is the daily. So in terms of this guy, 272 is that 61% retracement on there. So it has been a little bit of a difficult stock to trade, to be honest with you. We made good money on it Friday, Monday. Yesterday was not so good overall. Let's say yesterday, what did Baidu do yesterday? Oh no, early actually we made money from the swing on the call side, and then it restricted, and then we were trading the 300 call. So let's see. Oh boy, with this gap, they're going to be a little bit more expensive, but that will definitely be interesting. The green line here, 280, will be the first natural resistance before 296 with the middle cut on there. So yeah, quite a few stocks on here are likely to make moves. It looks as if it's going to be a wild Wednesday. Again, a wild Wednesday means that the amplitude of the movement is extreme enough to go in both directions. So SPY is gapping 0.61%. QQQ is gapping 1.36% now, my folks, right? Wow. And IWM is gapping 1%. So here's what we know. A stock such as JD has earnings tomorrow morning, meaning today is that day where you can definitely scalp it, do all type of thing. I just saw it. It was struggling in pre-market to be honest with you. But now that everything is green, well, everything. Most stocks here are gapping up just by a lot. When I say a lot, so I may have to revise some of my GangstA trade that I'm just about to enter, because I need to get some. I need to get feel. So the market just literally, as we have been talking on here, everything just shifted to the upside by a lot on here. That's interesting. We are Wednesday, and it's wild Wednesday, and the market is gapping this month. Hey, we shall see. All right, folks. Hopefully you got something out of this. We wish you a great trading session, and we will talk to you tomorrow, same time, same place. Thank you. Have a great trading session. Bye-bye.